Alright, this is how to do the ID holder. I'll leave the measurements to you, they're on the blueprint. I'm just going to show you the basic process. So you're going to start with a rectangle. This is going to be the base. And then you're going to round off the two corners of it. So there's the rectangle. And then I need to make some circles in the corners. So I'm going to measure off to the sides, a certain amount. Please use your blueprint. Don't go by those things that are on the screen. And then once you got that, you draw a circle, center it there, and then you go through and delete all the stuff that you don't need. It's okay if extra stuff like that, if that disappears, we will put that in at the end. And also please don't use the eraser. Select and push delete. Because a lot of these tools are in other fancier programs, except most programs don't have an eraser. Alright, so that's the base. I got a flat, rounded off rectangle, and now if I pull that up the appropriate amounts, I now have a big rounded off rectangle. Measure some down. I need these two lines at the top and bottom so that I can push this part back. So now after measuring those two marks, the top and the bottom, I pushed the inside backwards to get this shape. And then to get the hollowed out portion in the middle, I'm just going to use the offset tool. It doesn't matter how far. There's no real measurements for it. If you want to make some cool design, you can, but I measured it and then pushed it back to cut it out. Okay, next step is to do the top. So if I zoom in on the top, I'm going to use the fact that this thing will snap to the center. You see it snaps right there to that blue point? That's the exact middle. If I draw a line, I know that line is perfectly in the center. And then I can go either direction, make some rectangles. I'm doing this because I can then go back, delete that middle line, and now I have this perfectly centered big rectangle. You pull it up. I'm going to use that whole separating in halves again to get all these little cuts in, and then I'm going to push that back, cuts it away, push that back, cuts it away, and now I need to center a hole. That's 13. I'm going to cut that in half. That's where my hole will be, and then I can push the hole back and then delete these lines that I don't need to measure anymore. Alright, so we got a hole at the top. Now I'm going to add these the little tabs on the side that actually hold it in. Alright, so I'm going to measure from the bottom up, however far it says. There, I want right there. Let's do this side first. Let's measure up. There it is. And then at that point I can make a rectangle that is the appropriate size. And when you have that rectangle, you're going to pull it out. And do the same on the other side. Got this nice little rectangle. So from the other side, draw a rectangle on the edge, and then pull it out. Alrighty. Now all I need to do is make round them off, make them look real pretty. To do that, you get one centered here. I'm going to use the circle tool. And I'm going to center it on the edge. Now I draw a circle. I get this part I don't need. I'm going to delete it. Now I just want this curvy part. I don't want this part on the top, so to get rid of it, you just push it away, and it goes away by itself. And I'm going to move to the other side. When you do the circle tool, make sure you see how it's blue, and then if I move a little bit, it's not blue. Blue, not blue. Blue, not blue. Make sure it's blue when you do your first click, and now it shows up. If it's not blue, when you do your first click, it doesn't show up on the face. Make sure it's blue, click, and go. And again, delete the part you don't want. Go up here, push that back, all the way. And now you've cut it out. Sorry. Alright, so good ID holder. Last little part is this little thing at the front. You make it the right size. Let's see, how big is that? And then you can push it up. And then you can round off the corner of it. Measure from the left, measure from the top. Put your circle. Push away the part you don't want. And then delete that thing. If you want to add some text to it, you can. Remember, not very much text fits on there. It is really small. Play as Mr. B. Scale it up a little bit. And then I'm going to explode it. And pull them out. 2 is pretty good. You could do less, you could do more, you could push it in. And remember, if your letters turn out weird, use the line tool, go from one point to the point next to it, and SketchUp figures out what you want. So there you have it, the ID card holder. Let's delete this tile on top. I don't need that. That's it.